I'm going to show you how to graph this piecewise function in the calculator first and in ALEKS second. Let's start off putting this in the calculator. So I want to hit the y equals screen. For x between -3 and -1 exclusive, the function is really z of x equals -4. So I want to put that in. Then I need the divide symbol. I must have parentheses here. So I'm going to have parentheses. And then I've got to put in a second parentheses. Second parentheses, I want -3, second math, 5 is less than x, and then close up this parentheses. Then I want another parentheses, x, second math gets me to my less than and greater than, etc. symbols. I want strictly less than this time, and this is -1. Close the parentheses and then close the parentheses. So I need two parentheses enclosed in a wider parentheses. If I don't use the double parentheses, this will not graph correctly. The second part is -x. I use the divide symbol, and I've got to do this again. So I have the first parentheses, and then I have -1, second math, and here I want less than or equal to. Here I want less than or equal to x, and then I need a second parentheses, x again. This time, second math. I have to choose strictly less than, and the number 3. Close that parentheses and close the second parentheses. And finally, second square root, and in there I need x subtract 3. Use this arrow to get out from underneath the square root, and then the divide. And I need a parentheses, x, second math. I need greater than or equal to, so that's number 4 there, 3. Close the parentheses. Now when I look at this in ALEKS, it looks like it's going from -12 to +12. So I'm going to try to get the same window. So -12 on the x to +12 on the x, -12 on the y to +12 on the y. Then I'm going to hit graph, and there is my piecewise function. So the first part of the graph I'm going to do in ALEKS is z of x equals -4 when x is between -3 and 1, not inclusive. So I need the hollow dot, and when x is -3, y is -4, so I'm going to put a hollow dot there. And when x is -1, y is also -4, I'm going to put a hollow dot there. And I want to connect those two with a line segment. Next, I'm going to have to do -x, the part of the graph where z of x equals -x. This is this red part here. So when x is -1, z of x is the opposite of -1, which is +1. So when x is -1, y is +1. And when x is 0, y is -0. That's just 0. I'm going to plot one more. When x is 3, y is -3. And I'm going to connect that with a line. So the first point is here, and the second point is here. Well, now I'm going to graph the third function, z of x equals the square root of x minus 3. So that's going to have to be a solid dot because x is greater than or equal to 3. When x equals 3, the square root of 3 minus 3 is 0. So that'll be here. And now I want to calculate when x equals 4, I have the square root of 1, that's 1. And if x equals 7, that's 7 minus 3 under the square root. Square root of 4, that'll be 2. So I'm going to connect this graph right here, this point and this point. And then I would hit the check button, and it tells me I'm graphing this correctly.